This is Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in New York City. It's one of the country's leading medical institutions. Here, patients with serious heart problems are receiving some surprising treatment. It's called therapeutic touch, although there's no actual touching involved. Ellen McMahon, a nurse, is following procedures based on traditional Chinese medicine.
It's our belief that your body goes beyond your skin.
Ellen is sensing and then manipulating energy patterns.
Using your hands, you might want to call them kind of like Geiger counters. You just keep going over it, working with the areas where you feel need, and then smoothing it. It's our belief that underneath, if we can make you balance, that it can help the whole of your body. And if you're in a state of restfulness, healing will proceed.
They're trying to study whether therapeutic touch can help heart bypass patients. But they've run into the well-known placebo effect, whereby about a third of patients respond favorably to anything that appears to be a treatment. So for comparison, some patients must receive sham treatment. Larissa Klaus is running the study.
The sham therapeutic touch practitioners don't have the training for one in therapeutic touch, and they don't also have, hopefully, the knowledge of what therapeutic touch is.
Some patients get trained practitioners. Some get the sham version, some get nothing. How the three groups do after surgery will be compared. All three groups get the same surgical treatment. While the operating room staff goes about their normal duties, they're regularly joined by a new team member at the head of the table working on the patient's energy balance. That's how the study was supposed to work, but they've run into problems.
The sham practitioners have come and done their treatment, and then they come back and report to me and they say, well, I think I felt something. How do you account for that?
A key component of therapeutic touch is a conscious intention to heal. If the sham practitioners are feeling something, maybe they're healing too. You'll never know if the trained practitioners are doing any better or if it's all just placebo effect. So now they're trying another approach. This is a lab culture of live cancer cells. Eric Liu is preparing them for treatment. Frank Hua is an expert in Yuan Qi, one of the Chinese energy therapies that therapeutic touch is based on. In his own practice, Frank treats cancer patients. By having him fight cancer cells, they can directly measure any effect he has. It's the hospital's attempt to bring a rigorous approach to a subject that most scientists would regard as beyond science.
Left hand up on the belly button, right hand over the plate. Next one is...
The cell study still requires sham practitioners for comparison. Here, Eric is instructing a medical student.
While you're holding the poses, I want you to count back in your mind from 100 down to 0 by sevens. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to eliminate any intention, because with your mind occupied doing the subtraction, you won't be thinking about the cells, you'll just be thinking about the math.
Assuming the sham practitioners don't spontaneously acquire any healing intentions with cells, as they did with heart patients, then this study stands a better chance of being accepted as scientifically valid. The first results show no effect by shams or therapeutic touch practitioners. But Frank Hua, the Yuan Qi expert, showed a peculiar double effect. Some cells grew less vigorously while some grew more. This could be nothing, a mistake or a coincidence, or it could mean something. It needs more study. The foundation of therapeutic touch is the practitioner's ability to sense a patient's supposed energy. This is how practitioners describe the experience.
There's like a pulsing, or sometimes there's a temperature change, or sometimes it literally feels like energy, like if you've ever kind of zapped your hand when you've turned on a light or something. There's just a thickness as I move past an area.
A warmth emanating from the person's body in that particular area.